Hello everyone and welcome back to the 13th episode of the S&P Saga, your recap of the news you missed about the S&P 500 index last week. Let's dive right into it for the week ending on January 26, 2024. The S&P 500 closed the week at 4,890.97 cents, up 1.1% from last week. The P ratio, based on current price and the latest earnings, stands at 26.55, up 0.28 points since last week. Let's start with the gainers. Alphabet is up 72.7 billion or 4% on anticipation for earnings that will be released next week. Microsoft is up 39.1 billion or 1.3% after announcing layoffs at its Activision Blizzard and Xbox divisions. Amazon is up 39.1 billion or 2.4% on anticipation for earnings that will be released next week. Berkshire Hathaway is up 38.7 billion or 4.8% on no particular news. Netflix is up 38.3 billion or 18.1% after announcing better than expected subscriber growth in its earnings release. Moving on to the losers. Tesla is down a whopping 92 billion or 13.6% after announcing disappointing sales projections for 2024. Intel is down 18.4 billion or 9.1% on weak sales projection for the first quarter of 2024. Lockheed Martin down 9.7 billion or 8.5% on announced possible delays to the F-35 fighters program. GILD Sciences is down 9.7 billion or 8.9% as its new Trodelvy cancer drug failed to improve patient survival in a phase 3 clinical trial. ADM is down 8.6 billion or 23.7% on an investigation of accounting practices within its nutrition business. This week, there were no deletion or additions to the index. So how to use the information that we just covered? As usual, let's perform a deeper dive into the drop in performance of the losers. This week, I believe that ADM presents a good price if the accounting scandal is only related to transfer pricing issues. I expect them to have a minimal impact on future earnings. 97 companies will release earnings during the week ended February 2nd, 2024. And the most interesting will be Nucor on January 30th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, expected to report $2.83 EPS on 7.72 billion of revenue in their Q4 2023 results. Alphabet on January 30th at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, expected to report $1.60 EPS on 85.23 billion of revenue for their Q4 2023 results. Microsoft on January 30th at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, expected to report $2.77 EPS on 61.13 billion of revenue for their Q2 2024 results. Mastercard on January 31st at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, expected to report $3.08 EPS on 6.48 billion of revenue for their Q4 2023 results. Boeing on January 31st at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, expected to report a loss of 75 cents on 21.12 billion of revenue for their Q4 2023 results. Phillips 66 on January 31st at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, expected to report $2.38 EPS on 38.89 billion of revenue for their Q4 2023 results. Merck on February 1st at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, expected to report a loss of 11 cents per share on 14.48 billion of revenue for their Q4 2023 results. Meta on February 1st at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, expected to report $4.95 EPS on 39.11 billion of revenue for their Q4 2023 results. Apple on February 1st at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, expected to report $2.10 EPS on 118.26 billion of revenue for their Q1 2024 results. And finally, Amazon on February 1st at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, expected to report 79 cents EPS on 166.25 billion of revenue for their Q4 2023 results. To catch up on why Nvidia stock popped 2 weeks ago, you should watch this video next.